So we've got Jack Holmes and Michael Steele. I'm just going to call them Jack and Michael. The Essex murders, infamous. I think there's more perpetrators being put forward for this crime than anything. Leah Betts, sadly, the young lass that died after taking ecstasy and drinking excess water. There were complications. You know, people said they were set up so her dad could kill him. You know, and you could understand that, couldn't you? Various criminals. The police set them up. My dad did it, but he's now dead. More perpetrators than Soft Mick. We're not going to talk about the crime. Let's talk about their prison time. So let's look at Jack first, then Michael. So they've gone into prison as Cat A prisoners in the high security estate. Got no problem with that, have we? For a risk to the public. You know, people come together, the police, Crown Prosecution Service, probation and the like, take all the available information and determine a category. Most people start life as Cat B prisoners into category B establishment. So Jack, at the start of the sentence, there will have been a sentence plan. Yeah, an offender manager. Offender, someone who's committed a crime. Manager, someone to manage them. An OASIS report. Offender assessment system. It's a way to progress. Now that name might have changed. You know, there were prison officers have always been involved, prison staff in this process. It's about jumping through hoops. People will tell you this is a system that works, and if people are rehabilitated, they can follow this system in order to progress, become less risk to the public, and move from high security prison to low open conditions. This is Jack, this is what happened. He went from being a Cat A prisoner to open prison, and he got out in 2021. So like I said, coursework and the like. Now I ain't saying these two lads did it. There is maybe some evidence, speculation that they were fitted up. You know, I'm not discussing that, but they both got big sentences, life sentences, they're lifers. So yeah, Jack has progressed through the system. He's ended up in a Cat D open prison. For those that don't know, you can imagine what high security is. Yeah? Open prison is just that. It's the best way of reintegrating someone back into the community. You know, you're allowed out of open prison after a period of time, a settled period. It's all agreed, again, by people coming together. Probation, police, everybody. Town visits, so you can go to town, they'll give you some money. You can't go and have a pint. You can go and buy a Greg's pasty or something similar. That's the way Jack's gone. At some point in his career, he's been teaching other prisoners. You know, good on him if that's his way of getting out. He's jumped through the hoops. Here's a suggestion. Somebody doing life may well change, because prison is shite. It's boring. It's not stimulating. And people will do whatever it takes to get out. Them wrong-uns, children and women, they know how to play the game. So he's got out in 2021. There will be terms and conditions and a license, but his risk should be lowered. The fact that he's gone to open prison, so not necessarily the strictest terms and conditions. Now let's look at Michael. He's still a Cat A prisoner. Yeah, still in the high security estate. Couple of reasons why that could be. One, he's not played the game. Maybe he's been a troublesome prisoner. I don't know. I'm just saying the possibilities. You know, maybe he's looked at his sentence plan, spoke with his offender manager, had his OASIS report, or whatever it was called then. I thought, no. You know, if you're innocent, and I've met innocent people who've done long sentences, you know, could have been out at 19 years, I said, no, I'm not chucking my hands in. I'm not guilty. I'm going to fight the system. And they get out at 36 years. What would you do? You're fitted up. You're looking at 20 years. There's no chance of getting out or escaping. Do you go along with the system? Yeah? Or do you say, no, fuck that. I didn't do it. I'm not playing ball. So, either of them two reasons, Michael could have still been a Cat A prisoner. Not playing ball, not chucking his hands in, bad behaviour, it don't matter. Maybe a combination of all of them. I can't imagine being locked up for life and being innocent. Truly shocking. Terms and conditions for Jack will have been very different to Michael. So they actually talked about some sort of, Brian, this way, not Brian, some sort of intervention due to possible personality traits. Sorry, that's going to be a thing. If you've been locked in prison for years and years and years, it's quite possibly going to develop personality traits. But at the point where he's due parole, they should have been dealt with. There'll be psychological assessments, maybe some psychiatrist report. His terms and conditions were very strict. Here's the thing, as someone who's 82 years old, yeah, there or thereabouts, I wouldn't think that they would be as big a risk as when they were locked up, even if they didn't do the courses that do nothing, even if they didn't comply, even if they didn't jump through hoops. Because here's the thing, a lot of associates will be dead. Yeah? Family, friends no longer around. Maybe. And I would think spending all that time in prison, especially, maybe, if you're not guilty, you just maybe want to get out and enjoy life anyway. He's going to be attached to one address. Yeah? Tagged. Strict reporting. Again, strict reporting. Maybe reporting twice a week to a local police station. That don't make the public safe. Them people who harm kids. Them people who harm women. Crimes of a sexual nature. None of them are ever low risk. They're touted as low risk and medium risk. They all should remain high. Because guess what? Do you think Jack and Michael are going to be going out and considering committing crimes at their ages? I would think not. Other people, you know, that urge doesn't go away. Strange. Terms and conditions. Let me tell you about an offender manager. And again, this is where the system is corrupt. We had a prisoner who worked for me. Loosely speaking, he worked on the healthcare. Yeah, he did work for me. Yeah? Good lad. Crafter. Like a lot of lads I met, had led a life of violence for one reason or another. His report come through, his offender manager had done. Every course in the book he was down for, drugs and the like. It was nothing to do with drugs. Yeah? I said, don't look like that. I says, how about you put a complaint in? I says, and you can say, you've shown me the report, Officer Samworth. You can imagine this is going down well, can't you? And off it went, and it come back. And we did the second part. Comp A, Comp B, I think it was, second part of the complaint. Anyway, this offender manager come over, caught him one afternoon on the far landing, having a go at this lad. Effing and jeffing, called him the see you next Tuesday word. I told him in no uncertain terms to go away. You'd say it politely as that. Next thing, his manager's over. Who do you think you are? Me. I told him. That report's wrong. Yeah, there's some bias there. Your offender manager's been over here. I'm not happy. You need to deal with it. Didn't like it. Governor then comes to see me. Governor over offender manager unit. Had a word with him. I got on with him. He agreed with me. They redid the report and it was made appropriate. Everything within the prison service is open to corruption. I'm not saying every offender manager is corrupt. Some of them are good people. But ultimately, It's about jumping through hoops. Parting shot, Brian. Thanks for your continued support. God bless you all. We need to stand together. Strange things going on in this country. Look after each other. Text your mate. You know, a lot of people now don't like speaking on the phone. But get in touch with people. Get in touch with loved ones. Help each other out. Thanks for coming. I'll see you.